Okay, cool. 15 did confirm that, so I like that. We should just now stay above this 15 with bodies. Continue bullish. Let's go pure ES here. That final exit's a little much. I don't know if we need all that. We'll do a new opening gap here. Somewhere. Oh, wait. Let's go there. We'll go first presented. At this point, as we said, this low should be protected. We'll just go there right away. All right, that's the framework. This here is our new week opening gap. Sweet. He's feeling the heat. I just missed you. Let me see your messages. I can see that. You think he cares about the views, though? I lied. I do think he does, actually. I answered my own question. Yeah. Well, like, unfortunately, knowing him, yeah, definitely does. Oh, he said receipts proof. I kind of want a partial there. I wish we were at micros. It is Monday. Nah, I like that. Let's run. We should run. As we said, not much in the way. Now. Right, not really anything at all, so we're just going to let it pump a little bit. The next real area of interest is that buy side, so we're actually in a pretty good entry here. This should be money. Beautiful entries we mentioned there. Can't get better than that. Let's go ahead and... I almost want to go here, really. Like, we shouldn't have to get that low. Yeah. Super protected. Let's get that buy side. If we leave a fair value gap here, so we broke structure, we left one. If we leave two back to back, that's going to be super bullish. We'll go break even from there. Because from here, we should just release. That is true. He did do that, huh? I will say this. I mean, he said it himself. He really doesn't make... He might make... I guess that's where it's interesting. Like, I don't know if he actually makes a lot trading. That's not saying he's not a trader, obviously. He could make millions if he wanted. I just don't know if he does. I think most of his income is like from teaching, you know what I mean? The YouTube. Yeah, definitely doesn't trade. But to me, that doesn't really matter, right? Some people hold, like, knock him for that. Where it's like, I don't think. Just look, right? Like, the stuff is true. It's hard to argue it. How many lows have we caught? How many highs have we caught? How consistent are we? It's not by chance. We'll break even there. That's a good run. Zero need to give anything back, right? We left that fair value gap. Let's just aim for that high. We were going to aim here. We'll lower right handle, right? We're not greedy. That's a great run so far. We'll take 8.5. I do want a round number, though. We'll do 9 exactly. So we'll look for one more run on a high. If that becomes the high that creates the entire reversal, well, that's just too bad. But as we said, this should be targeted. We're just aiming for low-hanging exit. Get us out for sure. At this point here, this don't want to see anything less than that. This one should not ever be retested. We end up having to come into this one. Good chance we might want to get that break even. We want to see this one hold. Ideally, neither of these get traded into. So that one did. So from here, we want to see rejection then. We're not that high. Might end up having to create a 15-minute fair value gap. Hopefully we get exit first, right? So real quick, if we leave a 15 here, we might want to come into it. So far as is being left open, we want to see that. Let's just go, we're going to go right at that high. So don't need to be too aggressive. First day of the week, let's make us some profit. We close above that, that'll be money. This will be an order block. Where are our quadrants at? Why did I take them off? All right, if we're targeting here. Okay, I mean, hello. Look at that. That's the thing, right? It just like, for me, I never really trust what ICT says. I go into the chart. I almost try to disprove it. And time after time, I just can never really disprove what he's teaching. If anything, it just reinforces it. Look at entry. What do we, I mean, what did it stop? Hello. What did it stop on the way up? Hello. I would love to just have an hour-long talk with the dude. No cameras, no recording, no holding back. Give him some truth serum so he has to answer every question honestly. It makes me almost want to exit there just for the precision of it. Look at the closure. We'll get the high, but price? Wait, you guys know this. Undefeated. Not feeling it yet. Not feeling it yet. See, you got to feel it. It's all about the feel. Can't waste it. Can't waste it. Ooh, immediate rebounds. Yeah, there it is. Next one. This one. Yeah, never lost. Easy. Sweet. Okay. Well, now we're chilling. Actually, we're going to keep that up because that's the magic sauce. Look at that one. Hello, exit. All right, this is baffling me. Jeez. That's what I love, honestly. Even after all this time, still things that improve the trading. Okay, so at this point, we're just chilling, right? Risk-free. 10 handles, 9 handles secured. If we want that, cool. If not, we'll let it come all the way back down. If we can close above buy side, then stop will get put here. For now, we're going to leave it in case we want to, like, there's a possibility we wick this, retest midpoint, then keep going. So we don't want to go early yet, but if we confirm with a true break, then at that point we shouldn't have to come back. So it'll depend on what we get here. Right, there's the buy side as we mentioned. Oh, miss your messages, Mike. He is the father of all of this. True. Here's the thing, I kind of like the ramblings, if I'm being honest. It's almost like it builds, I'm just trying to think why. A false confidence, maybe? At least to me, like when I'm listening to it, it's almost like it removes all doubt somehow. And it also just means that less people are going to watch it. And I love that. The less people that know, the better for us, right? I guess that's not really true. It kills your concentration. You got it on 1.5 or no? I think that's why he does it. He said it himself. That's why he does it. Weed out certain people. He said, "I don't need it." That's fair, dude. I ain't disagreeing. I get you. Maybe that's why for me it's like I don't really do much. So it's like if I'm just sitting there for hours, might as well. I'd either be doing that or playing a video game. Actually, that's probably why. Most of the time, if I'm watching, I can't lie, I'm playing a video game as well. So I can fill the dead time with other entertainment. Hey, good stuff, Potato. I'll catch you tomorrow, brother. We'll be back same time. Same time. Keep it rolling. You too, brother. We'll catch you tomorrow. All right, retesting the quad octant. Which level is that actually, though? That's the only downside. I need to have these labeled. This one's going to be the, if that's the high, okay, that'll be the upper octant. Last octant. So pretty much, as we said, now that we hit this, that should be a swing low. If that's a swing low that propels us into new buy side with a break in structure, stop loss will get moved. If we end up pushing through that wick, especially on the very next candle, we might end up seeing exhaustion here. This could be the swing high that then kind of takes us back down. So as we said, we can't move entry or exit since we never fully closed above the buy side. If we retest this fair value gap and then get above the buy side, then we'll go ahead and move it at that point. Would have been a lovely swing high exit, but that's okay. Love how that's holding there. Because what did we say, right? This is an order block also. No wick to the upside or downside. Trades into a pre-existing discount. Then gets broken with the next candle. Only thing that doesn't make it very high probability, A++, no fair value gap. But what did we make? A volume imbalance. Hidden, but still counts. Closed here, opened here. That should hold. Honestly, we might add one there. That's pretty strong. I wouldn't mind adding. You move your stop loss here, so you pay for that entry. We are going to do that. We're going to add one there. We're going to put our stop loss here to pay for the entry. So if we can get one more test of that, we're going to look to add there. Beautiful. Because now, right, we're still in profit. So any stop loss, still in profit. Win-win. When I look to stack, that's almost always going to be a condition, is that you can pay for the stacked entry with the previous partial and the stop loss. Which I guess, right, in simple terms means as we add a position, stop loss should still be able to be at break even. Just like it is here. So now, because of that, we can actually go ahead and partial again. We're going to take that one here as we run that high out. See, I'd like at least 5 from that. Once again, there's not much in the way if we can get above that buy side. Oh wait, I completely lied. There's a first presented sitting right here. So matter of fact, that's going to be first presented. Let's take the event horizon between that. Good spot for one right there. All right, sweet. Now we got it set up. So back in. All right, holding this nicely. If we end up falling, more than likely we're going to start reversing anyways, so. See if we can't get one more partial and keep it rolling for the morning. If not, if we go back down, we'll get stopped here in profit. Take our original partial for the morning and end green regardless. I mean, that's beautiful. The way that's holding is beautiful. I don't mind some consolidation because that can allow speed. Look at that there as well. Right on the second sense from this high, the chart is looking like this. Okay, you can't see that. We'll look over here so it's easier. Off this high, this is what we're getting here. That is absolute prime to then right back to the high. So we're sitting real pretty here, actually. If we can reclaim this bullish fair value gap, use it as a first utilization, it should fly. Oh, whoa, 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 chill out. Don't need that. Old 4 hour and the new 15 have the same CE. Love seeing that. Okay, now I'm a little worried actually because we cleared that. So now we have this. Cleared it all. Now we could actually, if we see a break here, that's going to be more bearish in a fractalized sense. So we actually need to see this one close back above this candlestick, which is this candlestick here. Right, that's the idea and understanding. So pretty much we're looking at this wick. That's going to be the issue. We need to get back above that. If that holds us into a low that then actually closes below a low, might be in some trouble there. Yeah, we don't want. Oh, yikes! See this? So yeah, it's showing bearish order flow here. Not surprising, right? Easy to read, but just not what we want to see. We want some bullish order flow. We picked up that low. If we could hold midpoint, I like that we're wicking lows. That's the only saving grace here. I'm not sure what's happening as far as both of them are getting really compressed here. Just time. Oh, that's sketchy though. We need to move away quickly here. Mixed. We're actually trending lower there while we're trending higher, which means if this falls, that's going to dump. It also means, though, if this can pump, we should get a good run here, but that seems more bearish now. What are we hitting? Yeah. Almost tempted to close one there. Nah, it's all right. Already secured some, right, as we said. Stops in profit, so first day of the week, we'll end with profit regardless. Now that we hit midpoint, this needs to run. Okay, that's kind of the limit there. We did the work of getting into midpoint, mean threshold of the OB. We cleared the equal lows. We need to get back above that octant now, and the wick, as we mentioned, which is also the volume imbalance. We just move that since it's the same level. Slow grind lower. Honestly, we should get some aggressive displacement if we're on side at this point. Like if we're going to go bullish, it should be 1 or 2 candles that runs through the entire consolidation we've created. All the same for that high. We'll kind of adjust everything. We're going to go like this. Okay, we closed above. Perfect. We need to use the OB now. Should not need to retest midpoint. We close above the octant. Confirm that with this body to then push through this inefficiency, reclaiming it bullish. Then using that as a first utilization to get us into our next partial before final exit there. So still waiting for that inefficiency. Look at price just absolutely stuck right there. No, didn't want negation. Negation is worst case. If anything, at least we want to at least stay above the wick here. If we get compressed between these two inefficiencies, that's almost expected. We just don't want to see it closing back inside the OB here. Best case is the last second, it shoots up above the inefficiency. Did not. It did hold the octant though, so I don't mind that. This is where we should start seeing speed. Right, we've done all the consolidation. We've done the runs on sell side, sell side, sell side, sell side into discount. On a fractalized sense, break in structure. We just want to see expansion here. Still can't get above the fair value gap. Above that. Yeah, if we can get above that and this wick here, we'll put our stop here. Which will pretty much get us ends model saved. Yeah, that's good there. We should get partial right away, ideally. And then we'll go stop loss there regardless. All right. Sweet. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get that little high there. We'll look to partial again. Partial. Final exit first presented. You guys ready round two? 2 for 2 today? How do we close there? Oh, on the buy side? Not yet. Not yet. Not quite yet. Did we get there yet? No, no. Wait. What's the low? 759875. 759875. Same low. Not yet, not yet. Gotta sense it. Still not yet. Ah, shoot. I was waiting. It was going to touch this and then go. It didn't even want to touch that. Breakaway. Which means we might actually let this sucker open up if that's going to be a breakaway there. Let's do it. Let's just aim for that octant and complete the absolute precision. That's the completion of the run. Sweet. All right. Swing high exit, maybe. Round number. Beautiful. We'll do like this. That stays open. Here. We trade into it. We'll go back there. We'll let price decide for us. Price would tell us. Right, we should leave that open and only use the buy side if we want to be extremely bullish. If anything, we should push through this wick using the volume imbalance, closing right above this wick, turning that into a gap, which means this would almost be confirmed as a breakaway. And if we did see that, so yeah, if that does close above right away on its first pass. Whoa, what did I just do? Hello? That was weird. But yeah, if that closes on its first pass, we'll come back up for that. New week opening gap below. Oh yeah, that's textbook right there. All right, sweet. Then you let it run up here. Should see hesitation now, but that is a new discount. So if anything, we're gonna hit this, come into this, and then push through this to get that new week opening gap below. I actually don't want that to even be retraded. That should be a breakaway. Stop right there. Ends model secured. Need to hold from here. Volume imbalance at the lowest. Accelerate, right? Treat this as a fair value gap in itself. It's a very strong signature of the wick that gets pushed through with the very next candle. I'm sure that's a PD array that he hasn't told us yet. So if we get below that, we'll be done. Call it a good morning. Secure the profit with the stacked entry. Another partial along the way. So far, that's perfect. Look at the body. That's money. That should be a swing low. Breaking structure. At this point, we'll just follow every swing low pretty tightly so we could just get out. Right, so as we break structure, I guess I should say if we can break structure there with a new low, we'll continue to slide it. I said if we get below the volume imbalance at that point, we're probably cooked. So this really becomes last line of defense there. Wouldn't want to see that get traded below, right? Pretty much doing what this did, but bearish, where we create the wick into the discount. If that pushes below it and closes below it, we could look for the lower delivery. Since it got below it and held the volume imbalance, we want to see this body remain inside of this wick. Ideally, this body actually holds midpoint of this wick. Now that we perfectly hit that volume imbalance, that's all we wanted to see. Everything below the buy side should be balanced, so we shouldn't need to even get a body near that. Beautiful there. At that point, that should be a low. Look at the rejection. That's exactly what we would want to see, right? Wick does damage perfectly. I mean, can't get more perfect. Body holds. Now that needs to be a swing though, so we can retest midpoint to turn this into a little fractalized swing in here. That would look like that. Oh, that's not the right tool. If we were zooming in within this, it'd look like this. Why? Bro, that's not what I want. All right, it comes down, swing low. We then have the wick here, which would clear that and close above. Now this candle, we want to retest and hold the new low and then actually release. All right, so this is the delivery that would be taking place inside of here on a fractalized sense. Turning that into a swing low. Oh yeah, okay, we did get that. So like at this point, if we did come for that low, we can go like that. That candlestick low. We'll be aggressive with the stop. As we said, trying to get out anyway. If theory is correct, if we're going to deliver efficiently, we shouldn't need to get back below this volume imbalance. If we do, we'll call it a morning and be content. First presented will end up being the exit. We could have had a swing high exit there. That's the only time I get salty. But we trust delivery. Check. Let's do that. Now we're just trying to be right. We don't want to do that. Get out in a nice logical area. Unless we get stopped first. Oh, all right. We end up using that first presented. Might end up running here now, but we'll be content. Good morning. Quick recap. Right, we get here, we're bullish. Right, we see the obvious bullish opportunity. Consolidation runs out the consolidation due to swing. Break structure through the high. First presented gets left as a breakaway. We use the inversion. Notice why that gets left. Well, because as we go into the inversion, first of all, lower 8 is going to be important. And then notice how we did that, right? We create the wick first, and then we push through that wick. So that, at that point, almost nullifies anything below that. These stay left open. We use that perfectly. And from there, just real efficient, right? We hold that octant, accelerate through this one, which then, guess what? Holds beautifully. Tried to enter there. Instead, trades up into the 15 with the next octant and the second standard deviation. This became the real focus for us. All these areas were jumbled together. As we consolidate, we create a bullish breaker. Low, high. Bro, why is it? Stop it. Low, high, lower low, broken. Bullish breaker is perfectly anchored to the 15, to the second standard deviation, to the octant. Zero hesitation to enter on that. Perfect entry, right? Catching that swing low beautifully there. Hardly any drawdown. Immediately runs into our first partial, which is this short-term high. We go ahead and re-add at the order block, tied to the upper octant now. Partialing again as we run out the buy side, and then getting stopped in profit on that last little contract. Might still be left as a breakaway. That'd be unfortunate. We get low ticked right there, and then price runs right into our objective. Insult to injury. No, I'm just kidding. We don't worry about that too much. You said, great morning. Good start to the week. Would still like the buy side, just to see completion of that whole delivery, right, would be nice. Pretty large run here. Hide everything real quick. Large run, so some consolidation could be expected. But ultimately, I want to see these highs. All right, that's what the final objective is for us. And if we can get above that, back into the 4 hour. And if we do that, at this point, we want to break that structure and come to these highs. So I think the rest of the week will be pretty bullish. Of course, we'll see kind of how the rest of today plays out as we get here tomorrow, but I got highs in sight, right? We've done a lot of sell side targeting here. Cleared all these daily lows, daily lows. Let's get some of the highs now. Yeah, that'll be it for today. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Good start to the week. Pretty much have 8 a.m. news all week, so same thing. We'll come back tomorrow, 9:55. Keep it rolling. Until then, have yourselves a great rest of the day. Have a good afternoon, and we will talk again tomorrow morning. See you guys then.